Well, I'm up at the property today, and it is a beautiful day. It's cold. It's about minus 13, something like that. I decided to come up here by myself. Sometimes I just got to come up on my free days and get stuff done. I know I have a lot of snowmobiling things to do, but I also have a lot of things to do here because I got to get wood milled up for our buildings that we're building. Hardwood flooring, I got to do all that. I still have to keep the property, the road cleared. Building roads in the back so we can run our machines in the summer and so we can run the sleds as well. It's a little harder to do in the summer. And this dozer, well, I call it the dozer, it's a crawler loader. It just snips the trees off really well, really easily in this cold weather. That's why we're doing it. So I just popped out here today. I'm gonna do a little bit of work with the truck. I'm gonna do some work with the dozer. We're gonna cut a tree down. I'm gonna show you my cool sawmills. I got some old gas here. These old cans of gas kicking around from last year. They're gonna go in the elans. I don't run them in the new sleds. They're all mixed up, but they're ready to go. Show you what's going on in here. There's my Husky 390 XP. And I bought that bar for it. That's a 60-inch bar. That's my Alaskan mill. Now we're gonna be slabbing the big logs with that because they won't fit in the mill. So that's just about ready to go. Just need to hook that up to the saw and it'll be brapping real good. Now that 390 XP came with that 20-inch bar, but I bought this 37-inch bar and it's gonna work really well for those big pine trees. Now let's see if we can get that dozer going. Minus 13. I know she's gonna need a shot of ether. I always roll it over first. That way we make sure that, you know, the cylinders are lubed up a little bit. If it doesn't go the first time with the ether, I'm gonna just put the heat to it. Fuel pump's rolling. On a day like today, last night was very cold, it was about minus 20. So that thing started up pretty good. Pretty happy with that machine, I'm telling you, it does a good job. I'll let that warm up for a good half an hour, let the tranny get nice and warm. Everything's got to get nice and warm on that before I start working it hard. Now we got to fuel up the Ford. Got the Ford back, the plow's on. 9-foot plow, does an awesome job. Let's see if she starts. There you go. Nice. Gotta put some fuel in it, so I gotta put the box up. All gassed up. Now check this out. For all you Elan guys with those consoles, those little clips that hold the console on your the front of your sled, check this out. See that? Ford uses them. Dodge used them. Not sure if Chevy did. They're about $4, $7 from the dealer, and they go right here. That's where they usually go. Here, where's one? Right here. That's it right there. See that? Right on. The guys are selling them on eBay for 30, 40 bucks, 50 bucks, original old stock stuff. Same thing, man. Just get it off your Ford. Order one in. Cheap, cheap. Pick up my blade. Gotta gas up my saw. Gas it, oil up. We're gonna go cut some trees down, clean up some brush. I got this Echo here. Yeah, Echo, horrible, blah, blah, blah. You know what? I've been running these two Echoes. This is the Timberwolf 20-inch bar. All winter, all fall, non-stop. And they're still cutting like beasts. I like my Husky, but these ones are here. They're great beater saws, there's no doubt about it. I think while we're waiting for that Dozer to warm up, we'll go do a little bit of plowing. Now we're gonna head into the bush. I've got a pine tree down that the bugs got into pretty bad, so I wanted to get it out before it fell right on the ground and rotted. So we're gonna go recover that, what's left of it, and then we're gonna go down, build a bit of a road, and take out a big old maple that the beavers have been into. Gotta get rid of those beavers and take that tree out. We don't want that just falling over and dying when we can use it, right? One dead tree saves one alive tree, potentially. So we're gonna head back on this road here, get this pine out of here, and you're gonna see how I build my roads. I go in when it's kind of mild, I skip off all the snow, let the frost come in, freeze up the ground, and then I take the blade and I snip off all the branches and the trees, whatever's left of them. It's good times. Took down this big pine tree here. I don't know what it is. And it's about 24 inches across, something like that. And it went up, and then it branched off into two, and the termites or some kind of bugs got into it. You can see this here. And one side fell off. The wind took it out. Some kind of bugs in there, beetles or ants. But she's trapped down in that gut, and I got to limb it all up. You can see the holes in it from the woodpeckers. So I'm going to pull it out of there with the winch if I can, and then trim up those branches. Those branches are under pressure, a lot of them are, and you got to really watch, especially these buggers here. They really store up a lot of energy. Well, they all do when they come down. So there's a lot of energy stored in those branches, and when you're cutting them, they can come back and they can hit you, or the log can roll over on you. It's not pretty, but it's got to be done. Let's try to pull that tree towards us. I'm going to take my coat off now because it's hot. I'm going to butt that into 3 sections. Basically 2 10-footers and then whatever's left over. Just because of the curve and the wave of this log. And there will be some loss. Because of stuff like that, there's going to be loss. You want to get your best cuts out of this, right? There's a big, nasty hollow spot in there. So I still got that one. I've got this one to take out. Then I'm gonna slab off this stump here. Make some end tables. How cool is that? So I got the first load of logs, the 3 on the end, from that pine tree they're in. Just check the fluids in the dozer, and they're all good. It's pretty amazing, you know, how this thing runs. Set 1972, runs pretty good. But the undercarriage is starting to go on it. When people talk about buying excavators and dozers, crawler loaders like this here with the tracks on it, you know, they're usually mention the condition of the undercarriage. And the undercarriage isn't the metal skid plates and stuff underneath there. The undercarriage is the track, the sprocket, or the sprockets on both sides, the idlers, that front tensioner with the wheel on it there, I forget what you call that one. These links here, that's all metal on metal. That's all metal on metal right there. Everything turning is metal. So all that wears out at the same time. You know, these wear in, these wear in, everything becomes loose. There's a tensioner in here that keeps this wheel pushed forward and keeps track tension. Now once everything wears out, that tensioner gets to full travel, and then everything gets really sloppy, and then the track falls off. Now, everything wears. These plates wear. These links in here, they wear. The pins wear out. These main links, they're main links, forget what they call those. They're almost worn out to kind of like triangular pattern, and they sit inside these sprockets here, and they move. But you can see everything here is worn. Usually these sprockets come up, they've got a flat spot on them, and that's how you can tell how the condition, or what the condition of your undercarriage is. So mine's really worn out, but that's why I got a good deal on it. I have had the track fall off. It's not pretty. It's a real bugger to get at. Now the tensioner on the other side is blown out, so we had a quick weld repair on it, and it's just, there's no tensioner at all. We just welded a block in it to hold everything tight, and it's starting to wear. You know, it's not pretty there. Well, that's what it is. It is what it is, basically. I'll probably have to do the undercarriage on this in the spring. It'll get me through the winter, hopefully. It's just throwing the track. It's not a good thing. If I throw that track off it, I can't loosen off the tensioner. It'll be a real pain in the butt. Hopefully it gets me through the year. We've got one big maple to get. We're gonna go drop it on the pond, make a little bit of a road. It's all downhill coming out, so it's gonna be kind of easy. Making roads with these things, it's not easy uphill. You wanna do it downhill, so we'll see if we can do it while we're skidding out some big logs too. It's a big tree. Let's go get it. It's gonna be a great day here at the old PowerModz Battleground. Asked my son Cal to make lunch for me. Made me a little turkey breast sandwich. Put an apple in there. What a good kid. Some eggs, boiled eggs. Wow, he did this for me? Oh, he didn't make the eggs. And pepperettes. And I saw under here, where is it? I'm gonna dig right, oh yeah. Right there. Thirsty Buddha coconut water. Best electrolyte replenisher there is. I'm eating my lunch now. I was heading towards my big maple. I found that guy right there. It's a big ash. Before the ash borer beetle gets to that, I'm gonna take that down right now. And I can't quite put my hands around it. Oh, geez, what did I measure that out to? So that's about 20 inches, I think. Good and straight. For the most part, those are some good saw logs in there. I'm gonna drop that. And we got an easy shot with the dozer to come and get it. That's gonna make a big wump. See the borer beetle marks in there? I suspect that's what that is. It goes all the way up. They destroyed that bark all the way in there. The tree's been dead for a while. I'd take it, but it's got a big split in it. And dried ash is really hard to cut with the mill. There's another one there. See that? The beaver's gotten that one. Goes. On down. Damn, that's a big one. On down. Poked my way in here. Got my way in through that swamp, as you guys saw, a little rough going there. I found this area here in the fall. And I found these big cherry. That's cherry. That's cherry. maple. It's maple. I found this guy. That's a big cherry. I don't know what it is. Let me see if I put my arms around it. You can just touch my fingers, so I think that's about 18 inches. And a bunch of other stuff up in there. Some crotches, as they say. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop that one. I'm gonna take out a bunch of other smaller stuff in here and let those other ones grow. When you get in here and you start taking this stuff out, you know, you leave a big hole, but that tree there takes up a lot of energy from the forest. Clean that off. So that big tree there takes up a lot of energy from the forest. Keeps other things from growing because it's the papa. It's a big one, but those other ones there, they're gonna take off as soon as I cut this one this summer. You can see it in the growth rings of these trees, how fast they'll grow. Especially if I thin this other stuff around it. This whole spot here, I'll just go nuts. And it's a beautiful little area right in here. So I'm gonna take that big one out. There's one other one over here that's got a big broken limb on it. It might be interesting to, I don't know, mill up, see what's in it. And we'll leave the other stuff for a few years from now. But that big cherry there, it's gonna make some nice live edge wood, right? Well, she's late in the day. I got stuck in that other place getting those cherry out. Didn't take any video because I just had to get out. I'm gonna take this baby down. It's a big old gnarled looking thing. Lots of widowmakers up there. Gonna have to be careful cutting that one down. And the beaver's already started on it all the way around. Let's try it. Hope I got enough gas. The gas. Okay, so what did we get today? We got that big maple. I'll cut that off the end, but it's kind of spalted already because those beavers killed it. We got those 3 pine logs. I got this maple the other day. That's one log. I gotta cut the end off that, but that thing. This is that big red oak. An old guy, halfway rotten here, but the inside looks good. Got some cherry there. Look at this guy. That's a 10 by 10 chunk of cherry. I don't know how long it is, 14 feet long, something like that. A couple more little cherry stumps. And we got that big old guy right there. Big ash. It's a big one. I got the dozer stuck to there. That is 2.5 feet, according to my leg. It was actually, no, it was stuck deeper than that. So the track was underneath. Both tracks were under the mud. So I had to dig down, pull the winch cable through the bottom part, use the, because if you try to pull from the top, it just sinks it even more. So I had to pull with the lower part of the winch roller fair leads, and luckily we got out. That's the day at the property. Got to clean up and head home. next thing I'm gonna do, we're gonna mill up that wood. How cool is that? I'm going home. I got dizzy.